Welcome to Blood, Gore, and Ghouls Horror Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Ian Van Gogh, and this week it's a twofer. We've got two guests, two of my favorite dudes in the world. It's Colby and Taylor from the Horror House Podcast. Now, these guys are great. Colby is my greasy brother, and Taylor's hilarious, but he hates the greasy strangler, so I don't trust him, but I love him. Now, if you don't follow these two on TikTok, you're fucking up. Go follow them. Go listen to their podcast, Horror House Podcast, and show them some love. Now, Taylor has his own comedy podcast as well called Taylor Complains, which is my go-to palate cleanser for the week because I only listen to other horror podcasts. But Taylor, he loves horror movies. He talks about them, but he also loves to be funny, and he's great at it. So that's my palate cleanser, my little half hour. Let's laugh it out. Fun time. It's my fun time of the week right there. Taylor's my fun time of the week. Take that as you will. But yeah, this episode, I don't even know what we talk about, but it was a blast. So I hope you all enjoy it. So get ready for it. Here it comes. Episode 40 of Blood, Gore, and Ghouls. My brothers, Colby and Taylor. Blood, Gore, Ghouls, Horror Movie Podcast. Blood, Gore, Ghouls, Horror Movie Podcast.
There'll be food and drink and ghosts. And perhaps even a few murders. You're all invited.
And Ghoul. And this week is a good fucking week. I've got two of the hottest young up-and-coming horror TikTokers that are out there. And I'm very, very excited to talk to them. I'm very excited and very happy to call them my friends. These are my homies. We've got Colby from the Horror House Podcast. Colby, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Dude, that just gave me goosebumps.
Good. I like to start it with some goosebumps.
I don't think those are goosebumps, dude. You might need ointment for that, whatever those are, those bumps.
No, dude, Ian, thank you so much for having us on here, man.
Absolutely. And we've got Taylor from Taylor Complains Podcast. Taylor is one of the funniest motherfuckers out there.
That's not true.
It's true. Just accept it. You lay there, you accept it. Taylor, what's going on,
Just
buddy?
listen to the episode, you'll understand.
Dude, I'm used to laying there and accepting it. So thank you so much for having me on, dude. It was honestly, this just feels like a continuation of the last time we talked because like the vibes were 100 and I'm ready to keep them 100 in your podcast too. So like, thank you for having us, man. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. So for anyone listening who's unaware, so like I said, Colby has Horror House Podcast. Taylor has his own podcast, Taylor Complains, but he's also now part of Horror House Podcast. And they were both nice enough to have me on as a guest. So we went hard on that one, ended up being hours on hours, so much that they have to split it in two. So this is very much a continuation because we haven't known each other long. And I feel like I mean, you guys are like best friends, which is fucking amazing. But I feel like I'm right there with you. Like you guys are like, if we were hanging out like outside of TikTok in real life, like we'd all be homies for sure. Like you guys, I just connected with you guys right off the bat.
1,000%, dude. Like me and
the
Colby
vibes are
have
100,
only known each
the
other.
vibes are 100.
Me and Colby have only known each other for like a month now, dude.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, 3 weeks or a month.
Love it first sight. I love it.
Yeah. So like
It is love at first sight, bro.
It's weird, dude, because I've been in a relationship for 7 years and like I've been bartending for all 7 years. And like we moved to Portland, we moved back here to California. I joined a TikTok to try to promote my comedy podcast because I'm like, oh, I like comedy, but I've also been watching horror movies my whole life. I just didn't know there was like a medium for it. I see Chuck do this video for Laid to Rest, and I'm like, oh shit, I love Laid to Rest. And I didn't know they made a second one, Chrome Skull. So I watched that and I was like, dude, I fucking love this. I'm going to join it. I joined a month later. Colby's on. Like, Colby's like, it's just kismet, dude. Like, we connected. We're best friends. I see Ian. I'm like, dude, that looks like a guy I would hang out with in high school. Ian's on the podcast. We do like 4 hours, split it up in half. And like, now we're back. You can't get enough of us, dude. Now we're back for another hour and a half, brother.
Absolutely.
Or hour. Yeah. Yours are usually an hour.
Well, we'll see. Sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes it's 3 hours. We'll see what happens.
I'm down for however long, brother.
But no, I mean,
I'm Let's just let it roll and see where it goes.
Yeah. And yeah, we can kind of pick up where we left off as far as our I don't know, chemistry or whatever that fucking word is, but like we all were in lives together, like we all interact with each other, and it's the same vibes every time because you guys are real, and it just works. So hell yeah. So I'm going to start with a couple questions here for each of you, and then we'll just kind of get into some horror shit from there. But we'll start with Colby. So I'm curious, what got you into horror movies to begin with? What kickstarted your love of horror?
Honestly, it was the Universal monsters, like the old black and white Boris Karloff movies like that. And then I think I saw Halloween H2O when I was like 6, and I was just fucking hooked right there.
Hell yeah.
You had bad
Halloween
parents, is what
H2O
you're
and
saying?
Scream, both of those.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yeah. Scream is usually
That's
the
for
one that
another
comes
podcast.
up. And I think you're the first one so far that has said Universal Horror there. So hell yeah. I love that. Kicking it old school.
Hell yeah, dude.
So
Speaking
Taylor.
of old school, dude, you just
Yeah, I
got
was
in a
super
time
hooked on
machine
that.
and you went like black and white horror movies.
Dude, they're so good though.
Mhm.
They're so good. So Taylor, same for you. What got you into horror movies?
When I was a kid, I saw this film that took place in a graveyard. I think I was like 5 years old, and I just had we had the TV with like 13 channels on it, right? I'm old. Ian, you probably were the same. You get
Mhm.
the TV, it had like 13 channels on it. You press the button on the TV and it would go to the channel. I think I got like 1 through 13, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 13. I was watching channel 11 and there was this movie with like this monkey in a graveyard. And I have no idea what the hell movie this was, but I loved it and it's terrified me. And like it would get scary, so I would change a channel and then I would change it back immediately so that like to wait for that scary part to come off. And it just like that was kismet. Ever since I always watched films like that. And then once I learned the name of them, I watched them as adults and like I reacclimated and reaffirmed myself with the like subject material as an adult. And like I don't know, man. I couldn't tell you what movie this. I still can't find this film that started me out on it, but I'll never forget. Like it just made me feel like terrified and gross, and like I was doing something bad. Then we would sneak into like movies like The Faculty when I was a
Mhm.
kid, and just like movies like that, dude, just brought me up on the genre. And I have so much respect for like the '90s films and like some of the '80s, '70s. I don't know, man. Some of the '70s stuff is all right. It's a little slow for my taste, but I'm more of like a modern horror person. As the times progress, I like to like stick with what comes out and like I'm contemporary. Contemporary horror is like my thing.
Hell yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Monkey in the Graveyard. We'll have to take a deep dive into Monkey in the Graveyard. We'll
Yeah, I
figure
don't know
that shit
what it
out.
is. It like jumps on that lady's back and she's
Yeah, we're
like
gonna have
in
to
the
figure
grave.
this
She's
out.
like in the grave.
Mhm.
I can't figure out what movie this is.
Is it Dead Alive?
I don't think so. She's in a graveyard and like there's a monkey on her back and like she's trying to like get it off of her and she's like inside of a grave. And then like it cuts to like a woman in a house and like she's hiding under a bed and like something's like under the bed with her and like she runs away. I just
Hmm.
can't figure it out. I thought it was like monkey paw or like something. I don't know. I forget what it was.
All right. We'll take a deep dive into that after the podcast. We'll figure it out
It was
for you.
Rocky 3. I don't
Rocky
know.
3, yeah.
For sure.
It might be. We'll see. We'll figure it out though. So I know Taylor, you kind of said what got you into content creating. What about you, Colby? What kind of made you want to start a TikTok and start talking about horror movies?
So this is literally the same thing as Taylor, and why we click so much is just to get my podcast out there. Literally,
Hell yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen people do movie reviews, and I was like, that's what I do, is talk about movies. I was like, why not? And that week I saw The First Omen, so I was like, you know what? I really like this movie. I have a lot to say about it, and that was my first review.
Hell yeah. I don't like The First Omen, but hell yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor,
First
what about
Omen
you?
is
What?
not good. And if your review is any different from what me and Ian thought, you can leave the podcast right now, Colby.
All right, I'll talk to you
Back
guys later.
everything I said.
Wait, did you give a good
I didn't
review
like
the
it.
first time? And I forget your first.
Just kidding.
You didn't like it?
I did.
Oh, you did?
It was
Okay.
my favorite movie of 2024 for a while.
Was it really? What score did you give it?
I think I might have given it an 8, but like
God
I don't like the
damn.
Omen series. I wasn't expecting much. I have the AMC 8 like plus fucking membership, so I was bored one Sunday and went and saw it by myself, and I enjoyed it.
Does the director owe you money or something? Is that why you want to collect on the bet before you shit on his movie? What's going on here, dude? Sorry, Ian.
No, it's all good.
Nope.
No, there's a lot of people that love that movie, and I'm just not one of them. It didn't work for me, but you know, it happens. It's all good. So here's a question for you guys. If you could work with one horror icon, living or dead, who would it be? So if you could be like do a movie or direct with someone, just one horror icon, who would it be? Colby.
I would have to say Mike Flanagan, because then I would be able to work with his wife.
What the fuck, dude? That's the weirdest answer of all time.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's a great answer.
Dude, she is so bad.
Dude, Colby would ask him
I like how you
like, hey,
Dude,
man,
I
where's
fucking
your
love
wife?
his movies. I think he's a fucking genius.
I love that you didn't just say his wife.
Where's your wife,
Mike,
bro?
Mike
Absolutely.
Flanagan, just so you could work with his wife.
Bro, that's the craziest answer I've ever heard in my life, dude.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Dude, she
Dude, what the
she is a beautiful woman.
Dude, you better not be rocking one during the podcast, dude.
That's confidential.
You
Dude.
dude, you better not be sitting there light as a feather, stiff as a board, bro. You better not be. I swear to God, dude.
I love that answer, though.
It's
Taylor,
more like
what-
half staff
what do you
right
think?
now.
Oh, dude, to answer your question, easy John Carpenter, because The Thing is my favorite movie of all time, and like it's not even close, bro. It's just like it's miles above the rest. It's tension, it's creature feature, and those are my favorite. Plus, it's like got a little mystery, and there's like practical effects are 100%. So John Carpenter, 100%. I would love to do something in the vein of The Thing, but I would let him take over, and I would just like write a little bit,
Hell yeah. Another great answer.
and I would do the
Yeah.
best I could to not make it.
What
funny,
character
'cause
would you be? I feel like you'd be one of the. I can see you being one of the dogs in the kennel.
You're not funny, dude. Your words are hurtful, and I hope that everybody unfollows you on TikTok for what you just said. Don't make this be the second podcast where you make cry today, dude.
You could be the car and Christine. All right. No, I love it. Great
love
answers.
this
Great
already.
answers. I would go with Vincent Price because he's my all-time favorite.
He's so over the top and good, dude.
I like.
I
that
wanna-
one.
I wish I could grow his mustache. I would rock that. But
You could, dude. You just do it. Just do it.
yeah.
I should have
Just
said.
do it.
I should have said Scott Hansen.
No, you said Mike Flanagan's wife, dude. you fuck that whole thing up.
No, I love it. I just
No,
love that
Mike
you
Flanagan,
didn't-
so I can work with his wife.
Dude.
All right, what do you guys want to talk about? I know what Taylor wants to talk about.
You already know. Don't even go to Colby, dude.
I want
No,
to talk
we'll
about the
talk
same thing
about-
as Taylor.
There we go.
There.
So what we're gonna talk about for our listeners and viewers here is In a Violent Nature. It just came out this past Friday. So we're gonna try to avoid spoilers
Yes, sir.
as much as possible. But beware, there may be some spoilers. So I'll put in the show notes. I'll put the timestamp in the show notes so you guys can skip to the next part if you don't want to possibly get spoiled. But yeah, In a Violent Nature. I know we've all seen it. We've all reviewed it. Taylor absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. Colby, I can't remember. What are your thoughts on it?
It was almost a perfect horror movie for me.
You gave
It was so
7.5.
close, but the ending just didn't hit. It would have been a 10. It would have been a 10.
Yeah, the ending seems to be very like not controversial, but
The
like
ending is the only thing that didn't do it for me, and it had that much of an effect on me.
Taylor, what are your thoughts on the ending?
Here's what
Without
I'll tell you, and I
spoilers.
will not spoil one thing. And I've already thought about this 100 times because I know that I'm going to have this conversation with people, and I don't want to ruin. I don't want to ruin the effect of this perfect film. Here's what you have to know about the whole movie as a whole before you experience the ending. You have to buy in. If you
Mhm.
buy in that you are POV of the villain, like we're good. Like you're either gonna love that concept or you're gonna hate the concept. But you have to buy in. If you don't buy in and you're like, where's the I want explosions and Vin Diesel, you're not gonna like the film, dude. It's not gonna be for you, and that's totally fine. You like a traditional slasher, you're not open to new ideas of the form, and that's fine. But like I bought in. I bought in the entire time, and this had nothing to do with me emailing Scott Nash and trying to get him on our podcast. Had nothing to do with it. But
Chris
I bought
Nash.
into Chris Nash. Well, edit that out. Chris Nash of the podcast, who I know very well. So the end of the film is perfect for me because it builds tension. There's a description that equates, I feel, everything going on in the film, and it all culminates to what you want. It all culminates to what I wanted. It's to me, it's what I like to call perfect tension.
Mhm.
You're looking over your shoulder. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't like, is peripherally something going to jump out at you? Are things going to stay the same? Is it going to be anticlimactic? Even if it's anticlimactic, does nothing happening? Is that still tension building? Is it not tension building? There's so many questions that you have that I feel that it was perfect. The ending for me was perfect. I give it a 9.5 out of 10. It's my favorite movie of the year. Out of everything that I've seen released this year or not, it's my favorite movie right now in existence because of the fact that it's so different and that it asks you to think and that it provides you with the tools to make sense of everything, but it asks you to think. You can't just watch it and go, "Oh, kill, kill, kill." It's not Cabin in the Woods. It's something different, and you have to buy in or you're not going to like it.
100%. And that's pretty much my thoughts exactly. Like that. Like I knew going into it that the last 20 minutes were I was either going to like it or not
Yes.
like it.
Yeah.
And when we got to that part, I loved it. I thought it was very effective because the same reason, like I was tense. I was waiting for something to happen. And whether something does or not, I'm not going to say. But that feeling.
There are so many tense moments in that part or in the ending.
Mhm. Absolutely. And that's what did it for me. Like it's not so much like as much as I love the blood and gore and the craziness, it's a feeling that is what usually kind of determines whether I like something or not. So if it makes me feel something, then absolutely. And that's what it did. That last 20 minutes, it made me anxious. It made me like waiting for something to go off.
It had coffee table vibes, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Same reason why I ended up
So
enjoying Coffee Table.
Taylor called me right after the movie,
Oh, yeah.
and I told him I had so much tension during the end, but I was really worried was they were going to pull like a high tension ending because I had a feeling it was going to go that way, but it didn't.
Mhm. Right.
But I don't
Oh,
know how I would have felt if
bro.
they would have. That's not spoilers. There's nothing like that happens.
Dude, honestly, anything you say is spoilers because people will digest everything differently. And you know what?
Yeah.
Their feelings are valid, Colby. So you're wrong. You're wrong, Colby.
But no, I
Right,
had a great time with it. I had a great time with it. And I gave it a really good review. And in my review, I said anyone who said that it was just walking around can grow up.
Grow up, dude.
And
I remember that.
That's what pisses me off.
I will never forget that review. I will never forget. Like anyone who thinks it's just walking, grow up. Like I know you reviewed the film and it was what it was, and I know I'm talking over you because you were just in the middle of a sentence, but like that was a powerful review for me because I felt the exact same way. And it's like dude, I just want to shake people that like can't get out of that mindset of what they've been programmed to view as horror. And like it's like you do this and you do this and you do this. It's like it doesn't have to always be like that, brother. Like come with me and see all the different ways that this could be dope and this could be awesome. And I feel like that's That's what your like
As-
review was to
As
me.
Taylor told me one time, if you were an infant, I would shake you.
I did say that. I did say that to well, dude, you said Halloween Ends was the best Halloween of the new Halloween series, and it made me ashamed to be your friend. I wanted
In the
I had that like I had a
Green trilogy.
I had a you're adopted moment. I was like, oh, you're not. There's no way we're related. You know?
It's all right. Everyone has their moments. But no, I think from my standpoint, whether you like the movie or not is I don't care. Like if there's people that obviously are not going to like every single movie. So there's people that legit don't like In a Violent Nature. It didn't work for them. And that's fine. That's cool. Like I'm all about it. It's the where I was coming from with my review. It was half jokingly, but also it was kind of like we all review movies. We all do the same thing. We want to get those names out there. So it's not so much about like, is this good or bad? It's more like, hey, here's a movie you might not have heard of, or here's a movie that is unique and new. So go see it. And that's kind of where I'm at. Like In a Violent Nature, you might not like it. You might love it. You might hate it, but it's something new. It's something that we haven't seen a whole lot of. And it's pretty original. And that's the shit that we need to go see, that we need to give that attention. Because it's the same people who say there's so many remakes and nothing original and everything's just regurgitated. And I hate that. But then something new comes out and then they shit on that too. And that's where I was coming from with that review, was all these other reviews I see that are negative, which that's fine if they didn't like it, but they're saying, don't go see that. I didn't like it, so you don't go see that. And that's not what I'm about. So that's what I was saying. Grow up.
That's a crazy, like, totalitarian thing to say. Like, don't go see it because I didn't like it.
Yeah, like it's coming out on streaming in, I don't know, a month or two, and like everyone's like,
Even
no, just
movies
wait, just wait. What's up, Colby?
Even movies I don't like that I review, I tell people still go see it and form your own opinion. I still feel like this movie has an audience for someone else. Maybe I didn't like it. Doesn't mean you won't.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel
And
like
I think
that
I've
too.
only
Just
given
don't
like
see the
3
good-
bad reviews on my TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's if you didn't like something, like cool. Like I'm not gonna say that I like something I didn't
I'll say right now,
but
Strangers.
Dude, you hated
I gave
Strangers so much you reviewed it
Speak
twice.
No Evil, and no, dude. God, dude.
Strangers Speak No Evil.
I know Ian didn't mind that one either.
What, Strangers?
I can't remember what the other one was. No, I can't remember what the other bad review I gave was.
Oh, it's all good, dude. Strangers and Speak No Evil are already like, that's say no more. I can see why people wouldn't. I like Speak No Evil.
Speak No More Evil.
I don't. It's a good movie. I just hate the characters.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, I think that's kind of the point.
Yeah, it's a movie based on culture.
Right. And I mean, Strangers, like I said, Strangers is just a movie that exists. I'm hoping that it gets better, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. But
Yeah,
I didn't think it was as bad as people. Again, people were saying like, this is terrible. Essentially, like, don't go see it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Maybe don't. If you want to go see it, go see it. If you don't, like, don't. But I don't know.
I don't think we go into stuff like wanting to hate things. Like,
No.
like I say this all the time. I feel like a broken record, but like going into things wanting to hate things is just like a recipe for disaster. Like we don't want to like the thing that we're going to pay $15 to $18 to go see, depending on how you see it and which theater. Like it's an experience. It's time. It's like you're investing time and money. Like you're paying twice. Of
Right.
course we want it to be good. Like it just doesn't turn out like that sometimes. So like the juice has to be worth the squeeze, so to speak. And sometimes it's not. And that's completely realistic. So we're not hating on stuff. We're not paid by a studio. We're not paid by anybody. These are just like intrinsic opinions that are valuable to us that we just want to help you to decide better to which to spend your time because you work
Mhm.
all week. I don't want to
Right.
give you a review so that you can go watch a movie and hate it like I did because I work all week too, and I do movie reviews and I read movie and I like watch films. So if I can use that knowledge to like help someone decide to watch a better film, I feel like I would like to do that. But I feel like people interpret it as us being haters.
Yeah. I can see some of that, but
Yeah.
like I said, I think we all kind of do. We're all very kind of similar in the way that we look at it.
Yeah.
It's more so it's just giving our thoughts on it. So
Mhm.
again, like if I didn't like it, I'll tell you it's not for me, but it might be for you.
Yeah.
And I think we all kind of do that. And that's fine. Like that's awesome. It's more so that the ones that are like, this is the biggest dog shit piece of shit movie of the year. Like that's where I kind of have an issue
How Coda thought
with
about the Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, dude, the Greasy Strangler was terrible. Have you seen it? Have you seen it, Ian?
it's on my list. I want to, but I'm
God.
gonna wait. I'm
Dude.
waiting till it kind of dies down off TikTok to
Bro, you gotta go see
check it
it,
out.
dude. I saw it when it came out in
Ian,
18.
Please review it.
I can't forget it. I can't forget it, dude.
All right, I'll move it up the list.
I love it. I love the Greasy Strangler, dude.
As a personal favorite to me, just so we can make fun of Kobe.
You're saying I'm not gonna like it? Is that what you're saying?
I'm hoping that you don't because I need someone to shame Kobe with.
Have you seen the shit that I like though?
I like all the stuff that you like, dude. Everything that you know what though? Your well of knowledge in film from like the early 2000s to like late 90s is insane. The stuff that you pull out, dude, is crazy.
Thank you.
Like Night of Something Strange is one of the best recommendations you've ever given, and I will back that until the day I die.
Yeah, that one I have Welcome to Creepy Camp to thank for, because
It's crazy.
I didn't find that movie from them, but there's another movie called She Kills that's done by the same people, and they had put that up and said it was like a fucking, I think it's 5 out of 5 for them. And I was like, oh, okay. So I checked it out, or I was about to check it out, and I looked it up on IMDb, and I was like, oh, there's a movie that comes before that. I thought it was like a prequel. So I watched it, and it was Night of Something Strange, and I was like, oh, this movie's fucking awesome. And then I watched She Kills, and I was like, this movie's not fucking awesome.
Oh, was She Kills not good?
The first half, I got 20 minutes into it, and I shut it off, and I had no reason to go back. And then I talked to Sean from Welcome to Creepy Camp. He's like, yo, like, you got to go back. Like, you've got to finish it. And I'm like, all right, I'll fucking do it for you. So the first half of that movie is fucking terrible. But the second half kind of kicks into, it's kind of like Night of Something Strange, but it's more of like a action, revenge, grindhouse type deal.
Because the first half of Night of Something Strange wasn't good.
No.
But it kicks in the second one, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, kind of the same thing, but like,
Ian, did you watch Backroad?
Horror. Not yet.
Dude, that movie sucks.
Dude. I love Backroad.
That's also on my list.
Dude, Justin did the cover art for that.
Dude, if it wasn't for Justin, I don't think I would have seen it. But like the dialogue, just like it made me upset.
It was so bad. The dialogue, the characters were so bad. But that's what makes it fucking good.
There's like slurs in the film that like I obviously will never repeat. That like people in the film actually like use as commonplace terms for things. If you catch my drift, and like it infuriated. It just made my internal organs boil, and I was like, I don't know if I can finish this. I don't know if I can finish it. I don't know. And like I got halfway through, and I was like, there's nothing going on in this film. The best part of the film is just cover art. It's brilliant.
Get through it. It's worth it.
All right. Yeah, it's another one like with the movies that come out, I'll either get them right away, and then I can review it, and we'll all have videos at the same time. But if I kind of miss that window, then I'll hold off because I don't want to make a video after a bunch of you guys made the video. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Why is that?
just because I really like to find shit that people aren't talking about, and it's like with so many creators and us all talking about horror movies, like it's kind of a fun game for me to try and find shit that nobody's talking about.
Does that play to your advantage, do you feel like, or do you think that I mean,
That's what I
do you
try to do
look
as
at like
well.
from a number perspective or anything? I know we're all like we
I
do this
mean,
for fun, but do you think it plays to your advantage from a number perspective,
it
or
all
do you think it just
depends on what it is. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But like
yeah, that's what I feel
honestly,
like.
like that's the last thing on my mind as far as the numbers go.
Okay.
I just like finding it, and then if that can like if someone forgot about that movie and they're like, oh shit, like you just made me made me remember that movie. That's like joy. It brings joy to me.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I love talking about the brand new movies too. So it's like that like kind of window of like if I hit it right away with everybody else, then cool. But I don't want to like, you know, I don't know. It's
Like
just weird. It's just
a
weird
week
for me to
after.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, where like everyone's made a video or if somebody else brings up one that from like 20 years ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, like I want to check that out. I'll usually wait, or I'll just tag them or give them a shout out. That's different.
I have a rec for you.
Oh yeah.
It's so off topic, but you got to watch Bait. It's from 2014, I think. It has one of the actors of Nip Tuck in it, and is a shark movie based in Australia.
Oh,
It's
okay.
about sharks that overrun this supermarket that gets flooded by a tsunami.
Dude,
in
I
Australia.
fucking love Bait.
I feel like I've watched that.
It rules, dude. It rules. It might be the best shark movie ever made. I don't know. Maybe that and The Shallows.
Better than Shark Night?
Dude, Shark Night it has a guy that whittles his teeth down to shark teeth.
Shark Night rips.
Oh my god,
right?
Dude, shark teeth rules.
All right. Yeah, I feel like I've seen Bait, but I'll have to check it out. I definitely I haven't reviewed it or anything.
I need a review from Bait. You got homework
right.
to do, Ian. You
Bates.
got homework.
We'll add it to the list. Old Bates. Colby, you all right? Tearing shit apart? What's going on?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
good.
building
I'm
a
just
table over there, dude?
It's a coffee
No,
table.
I'm just taking my laptop out in the fucking living room. My Wi-Fi is fucking up.
Okay. Yeah, you were lagging out a bit there. He's building an IKEA shelf right now.
I wanna apologize for my co-host for my podcast too. He's usually very professional, handsome, intrinsically like has great things to say.
Mhm.
Just today, he won't pay for the better internet package. He's cheap. That's his only
Dude,
flaw.
yeah, I
He's
don't
a
know
cheap
what's going
man.
on with my internet today, dude. It's pissing me off.
He's a cheap man, and I can't explain it. And I apologize.
So
That's
that's
all
why I'm
good.
like, fuck this.
Fuck this.
To the BGG fans, I apologize.
Do what you got to do, brother. It's all good. But yeah, as far as In a Violent Nature, heading back to that, the fucking kills in that movie, so fucking good.
I was telling you earlier, brother, it gives you very little sometimes, but when it gives you very little, it doubles down the next time. It doubles down, and it's what you see is crazy. So you're like, oh, what about this? And it's like, oh, and like there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, what the camera and why is this that? But it's like, well, what about this? And what about that? Like, there's a lot of redemptive value. I think it doubles down. You win twice when you lose once. You know what I mean? But you're not really losing once. It suspends disbelief until the next time where you actually get to see absolutely everything. And you're like, oh, that's insane. And I felt satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
I think this movie's going to give Terrifier a run for its money for the kills.
Oh, I don't
in
know.
all honesty.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean,
creative wise,
yeah.
Creative wise, yes. Gory wise, no.
They had one creative kill in it, and the rest I feel like we have all seen before. But
I've never seen
great.
That one machine used as a kill. I've seen wood chippers used, but not that machine.
Yeah, I did like that. I thought they were gonna get. I thought they were gonna go a little gnarlier with it.
Yeah, me
but
too.
I will say, and I don't want to say what happens, but what happens before the log splitter, like that, that gave me chills. And then the fact of like that in thinking of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
while the wood splitter scene is happening,
Dude.
was very effective, I thought. And
But I feel like
and
that was
then-
the purpose.
right.
Dude, when he are you talking about when he drops an object on somebody's thing? Head?
No, the
Oh.
the person involved in the log splitter.
Oh
What
yeah,
he
what he
does-
did to them?
Yeah, the events
Oh,
leading up to
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, like
The
But dude, like
yeah.
when he drops that one object on somebody, that's insane. That and the log splitter, I do not know how they did practical effects with that. It looked so fucking good,
yeah, absolutely.
especially the log splitter.
They went above and beyond
then-
to make everything so effective.
And then this is in the trailer, but when he's just fucking hacking away at somebody for fucking 5 minutes, that is fucking hilarious.
That's what I want to do to your internet right now, dude.
Dude, me too. I feel like it's gotten better since I came out here though.
It has.
There's less of a delay when I talk.
Yeah, you're chilling.
There we go. But yeah,
Now, you're the best. You're the best now you've ever been, brother. You're good now.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, just the whole movie in general, like it felt like a video game to me. So
Ooh.
like it felt like I played Dead by Daylight for years, and that's kind of what it felt like. It felt like I was playing Dead by Daylight, and when we're following Johnny, it felt like you're physically playing the video game. And then when we get those different perspectives from other people, that felt like a cutscene from a video game. That's kind of how it
Dude, that's
worked in my
crazy.
mind.
You said that in your review, and I really related with that.
Go ahead, brother. I apologize.
Oh no, you did.
Oh no, I was just saying that Ian said that in his review, and I was like, dude, I think Ian had just dropped the best review of the movie out of anybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude, the end of your review is stupid good. The whole thing is good, all right? But the end, it's like the end when you said hold on. Let me piece it out. Like if you think that it's just people walking, what was it? If you think it's just people walking,
Grow up.
Like
Respectfully.
fucking dude.
Respectfully.
It's just challenging people to look at something from a different perspective, and that's what we need in horror for it to grow. Because if we just have a narrow mindset of what stuff's supposed to look like, we're gonna get the same dumb shit over and over again. And you saying something like that challenges people, and it's like it opens the box. It's not, you're not shaming anyone. You're not like saying, hey, like blah 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 blah. It's like, hey man, the box can get bigger. The box that you have horror in right now,
Yeah,
it can get bigger, and we can do things. We can do things better. We can do things different. It doesn't have to look the same. It could have the same like beginning and ending and everything. I don't know, man. I took a lot away from what you said, and it might have been more than what you'd bargained for when you made that review. But I felt like it was really important. Honestly.
No, I appreciate that. Because yeah, I mean, I didn't have much in mind making the review other than this is how I thought about the movie. But like I said, I had seen some reviews before seeing it, and it, good and bad, and it wasn't the negative ones that I had in my head, but it was the ones that were like they were only negative. Like I said, if you don't like the movie, you don't like the movie. I can't fault you for that. But if you're gonna go on,
if you can give valid points without saying it was boring watching this walking, then I respect that.
Right. And that's kind of where I come from too. Like, if you didn't like something, cool. But if you're just gonna be like, no, it sucks. Like, maybe give me a reason. Give me some explanation.
100%. That is, I tell people that all the time. Like I was just talking about the last podcast we were on about we were with a gentleman, and it just people who can't, like, people who just say that sucks. It's the worst thing ever to describe something that you don't like or disagree with. Like if you have, like, Bobby didn't like Bobby's another creator that I really love and respect. Shout out to Bobby. Bobby, watch Real Flicks. he said, I don't like this film because A, B, C, D, E, and then sign off Bobby. Like, what an amazing way to point out what you do and don't like, and then to sign off on it with like your seal of like, hey, I stand behind everything I say with integrity. That's fucking amazing. But if somebody's just like, that sucks, like that, there's nothing to that. It's not an intelligent response. Not everything has to be an intelligent response, but give me something, dude. Like you can't just say it sucks because then it just sounds like you're being like you're not appreciating like the film, the art, the people that make it. There's so much that go into this shit, dude. It's not just like for you to just say it sucked. 2 words to describe a film that probably took years to make and millions to fund. Like, come on, man. Like, I want more of these films to get made, and you're not even giving like any and there's no resistance to what you're saying. It sucks. Come on.
I have a really good example that I can say right now. I will call someone out right here on this podcast as well.
Oh,
Who said
you might have to edit.
a movie? Yeah, I might have to edit it, but it's okay. They don't listen. Some person I was talking or reviewing a movie with, and they said this movie is dog shit, and they didn't give a valid excuse. And that person is Coda Keefe. She's looking at me already before I said it.
Dude, that's your bullshit wife, dude. I've been meaning to hold
straight up bullshit artist fucking talking about that movie.
Ooh. Man.
What did she not like?
Exactly. The grease? What did you not like?
The greasy strangler. She didn't like the greasy strangler?
Yeah, she didn't see In a Violent Nature with me.
Because it was gross, dude. The greasy strangler was gross.
All because of the grease.
Coda said it looked like mashed potatoes.
That's so gross. Ian, you have to see it. So the greasy strangler is about this dude that walks around in the middle of the night, like covered in grease, and like he strangles people in the middle of the night. And then he walks into a car wash. He walks through a walk-in car wash, and he cleans all the grease off and goes to sleep in the middle of the night.
Screams too.
Dude, but he is butt naked during the film, and you see all of the parts that you're supposed to see. And I'm treating this podcast like I would treat like a TikTok video, just because I like whatever you have going on here. I don't want to say the wrong thing. You see everything, and like that's not the problem. The problem is the grease. It makes the whole scene feel so gross, and there's an atmospheric nature around the scene, and you're like, I just want this to end and go away. I should have watched Pocahontas
the grease
tonight.
Didn't bother me at all.
It's so bad.
Except when she licked it off the floor. That was gross.
It was so gross.
What bothered me is the size of that man's hammer.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Boomstick.
Have you guys seen
Necrophiles? Have you seen Necrophiles?
I haven't.
What?
Oh, you didn't see that? Yeah. There's one for
What
you.
are you watching, Ian?
Necrophiles.
Dude.
Necrophiles. Yeah.
What is it?
Also,
give me a little synopsis.
No.
No?
He said no.
He said just straight up no.
It is super low budget. I was recommended it from Victor Gabriel, the director of Kroll and Blood Gorge, when he was on the podcast. Necrophiles is super low budget. It is it's about a well, I guess I don't really have to edit it on here. It's a serial rapist who gets killed and is brought back to life and continues his shenanigans, but he also has a fucking 2-foot hammer just hanging out.
Where can I watch it on? I'm going to watch it with Coda tonight.
Dude, you're
it's on Tubi. I want to say it's on Tubi. I think it's on Tubi.
Hell yeah. Coda, I got a movie for us tonight.
Dude,
it's ridiculous.
I'm going to break the fourth wall right now.
It's Ian's.
Before the podcast, Ian said, don't say the R word on this podcast. And it's so grapist. Don't talk about grape on the podcast. And Ian just broke his own rule, dude.
Yeah.
I apologize to the audience. I want to apologize to the audience because he broke his own rule.
We're apologizing for Ian's own podcast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
That's why I brought you on here, so you could apologize for me saying words. I want to fucking Uno reverse it, dude.
Necrophiles is going on, dude. I'm gonna watch that. That and the Human Centipede 2 I have to watch tonight, apparently.
Oh, you've never seen that?
dude. Because he hammers the teeth, dude. That's like where I like anything with teeth.
Yeah.
Because we all grind our teeth in our sleep, bro. Like, there's not a person that doesn't do it. And like,
My
we all have
wife
dreams
bitches
about
so
like,
fucking much about that.
and we all have dreams
Me
about
grinding
it,
my
like
teeth?
losing our teeth or a teeth falling out, and like
Mhm.
it's my biggest fear is like teeth
Yeah.
falling out. And then I look like I'm from Oklahoma, and it's like, no, I'm not from Oklahoma. I promise I'm not. And I have to explain to people I'm not. I can't have teeth falling out. So it's just my biggest fear is like teeth, and like that's why I can't do movies like that. That's why when I watch Real, the
Mhm.
end of Real was like horrific to me.
Yeah, you got to check out Human Centipede too. Yeah.
I'll watch
That's-
it for sure. But
That's what we talked about last podcast too with
Yeah,
Jim.
yeah. That's what I was saying. It was homework.
Have you watched The Fly? Cronenberg's Fly?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's one of the best movies ever made.
Oh, absolutely. But like the teeth when he's pulling his teeth out.
Yeah, I remember that. But I
Okay.
saw it when I was a kid. I was a lot tougher when I was a kid.
All right. Well, I just want to remind you. That's all.
Dude, I was a tough kid, dude. I would watch The Fly with my shirt off, and I'd be like, yeah. I look like Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. Like, because he
That
was like
movie
a
fucked
little,
me
he was like
up.
a lean dude.
Yeah. Hanging out in his
Yeah,
underwear and shit.
It messed me up, dude, for sure. The body horror?
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw it way too young too. So there was I'm trying to think, like when he's like kind of mid transformation, that fucked me up, like just the way he looked. And then
He
the
looked
fucking and then like the arm wrestling scene. Cause like
Oh.
bones, like fucking bones popping out. That's kind of like that fucks me
Yeah.
up a bit.
Was it just
Billy
me or
did it.
did anyone else pause during the scene when that girl was in the denim jacket when she moved? And
I
it
don't
opened up a
remember.
little bit.
I don't remember. I may
It's
or may
just
not
me,
have.
okay.
Yeah.
100% just you.
Yeah. I would never do a thing like that. That's not me.
Wait, but you know what though? I'm gonna put context to what Colby's saying. He
Mhm.
probably saw this film for the first time when he was a little kid. So like that's like,
Yeah.
oh my god, she's so hot kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and it
was
didn't
last year.
show like full boob. It was last year. It didn't show full boob, but like she was sitting like in a chair with a denim jacket, and it was open, and she like picked her legs up and crossed her legs, and it opened the jacket even more. So I was like, whoa.
That's a wildly descriptive scene breakdown for us
I
that
don't
you
know how you
saw
don't
when you were
remember
a
that.
child, you pervert.
Pervert.
You
Yeah,
don't
no, I remember
understand
that.
my obsession with boobs.
Oh no, I
think we've
do,
all,
dude.
Yeah, we've all
Yeah,
been there.
now you do because you know me and my wife.
Let me ask you guys a question, and this is like for everybody, even the audience.
Yeah.
So I'm 37 years old.
Mhm.
When I was a little kid, did you guys do this thing where you would look? This was back when there was a TV guide. You would get like you would get a TV guide in the mail, and like it would show you all the programs that came out all week. But it would show what was in it, like violence, language, like
Mhm.
nudity. I would always watch the nudity stuff. Like I would purposely look for the nudity in the films, and that's what I would watch all week long. Did anybody else do
Absolutely. I did.
I
It was like
did.
the little book size pamphlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did the same thing, but like we didn't have the good channels.
No, we
So-
just
I
had,
watched
like,
the
1
blurry
through
channel
13.
too.
Oh yeah, the blurry channel. Yeah.
The
The
blurry,
blurry
channel was the
the
best.
best, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, American Pie got it perfect. That was every single one of us in like 1995, bro.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
blurry
always straight
channel
to the blurry
and
channels.
the late night commercial that came on Comedy Central every night.
Oh yeah, when they were Girls Gone Wild.
Oh yeah.
Girls Gone Wild, aka Dad Left.
This
Yeah. Yeah.
podcast went so far left.
Oh, it's all good.
No, you know what it is? This part of the podcast is like if you're over 30, you
Mhm.
know. And if you're
Oh,
under
yeah.
30, just be grateful you never knew. That
Yeah,
means
right.
you live in a better time.
nostalgia filled right now.
Oh, 100%. Everybody's like, get your finger up or get your fist up in agreement, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah,
town
Girls
meeting.
Gone Wild. Girls Gone Wild was like the biggest fucking hype. Like I was like, I can't wait to see this. Like this is gonna be so great. And then
It's
yeah,
so sad.
once you finally see it, it's just like,
It's
what
sad.
the fuck is this?
Dude, it's sad, dude. When you see it, it's so you're like, oh my god, like
I felt
why did
uncomfortable
you
watching it when I actually watched it.
Yeah, it's super creepy.
Like the girls
blink
were
twice if
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
like blink twice if you need Keanu Reeves to save you.
Yeah, right.
That's
Like,
how I felt when I
waiting for
watched
Liam Neeson to fucking kick in the door. Like,
Liam
yeah,
Neeson.
it was a little bit of a horror show.
It was rough, dude. That was one of the
Yeah.
first horror films that I saw where the girls gone wild. When you actually get your hands on one.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, super
Dude,
good.
it's like the
bump.
start of every fucking movie Chuck recommends.
Dude, bum fights.
bum fights, fucking bum
Dude, bum
fights.
fights.
Yeah.
Ragdoll Willie. Ragdoll.
No, bum fights were the worst. That made me sad. Bum fights like literally
Oh,
made me
man.
sad, dude. One of my
Ragdoll.
friends, I don't know how he got bum fights, but it made me so sad, dude.
Dude, I
Ian,
bought
can
bum
you
fights.
add sound bits of
Okay.
Ragdoll Willie?
I could probably do that. Yeah.
Yes.
They're like, hey, we'll pay you in liquor, but then when you pass out, we're gonna pee on you and we're gonna film it. Like, and it's like it made me so sad, dude. It made me so sad to watch it like a grown man get beat on.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
like,
the
he didn't have
beginning
to
of
do
the
it to his
internet was-
face.
The beginning of the internet was so exploitive. Remember Rotten.com?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
Dude, I would see some stuff on Rotten.com that would ruin remember Faces of Death? That
Yeah.
ruined my life.
Dude, I still
Two
think
girls-
about some of the stuff I saw on Rotten.com.
2 Girls, 1 Cup ruined my life. Faces of Death, Rotten.com.
I still have not looked at soft serve ice cream the same.
Yeah.
you
Right.
can't
Yeah.
you can't, dude.
You
It
can't.
just they shoot it up. It's
Too good.
it's the craziest, like a fountain. I'm like, how do you even do that? What's going on?
Yeah. I remember the first time I saw that. Yeah.
I have
was like,
so
what?
many anatomical
Fucking-
questions.
She's an ice cream dispenser. Like, what is that?
Do you remember the Pain Olympics?
Yeah. Yeah. People are fucking weird, man.
People
Oh
are
my God.
so really disturbed, dude. I like you get you kids the way you have it now. You don't even know, dude. You get to go on TikTok and watch all the people do the dumbest stuff you ever know. At some point, there was a Wild West on the internet. People were just doing stuff with like knocking out their teeth, and you would see it in real time go into their skull. It was crazy.
If you've never seen or heard of the Pain Olympics, go watch the Outwaters.
Oh no, come on. The Outwaters?
Outwaters.
Come on, dude.
I wasn't a fan of the Outwaters.
No, dude.
That one didn't do it for
Do
me.
you know what
I
scene I'm
heard
talking
it.
about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it didn't do it
But-
for me.
The scene you're talking about, you have to excruciatingly go through 90 minutes of film to get to like 5 minutes of good film.
True. Very true.
I like it's like my flashlight keeps going off when I'm like, it's like, what's going on here? Like the batteries
The
are going
world's
out and you
longest
get-
ad for the world's worst flashlight.
It's such a bad film, dude. Like here, analog horror is good if you're like Paranormal Activity. No one had seen anything like it when it came out. It was a fixed camera, and it just showed cabinets flying open and people getting sucked out of their bed. It was terrifying for whatever reason. But like you fast forward to 2023, like we need something different than the same thing. You know what I mean? Like Skinamarink or like Outwaters. I don't know. I don't really understand.
Ian, what did you think of Skinamarink?
So Skinamarink, I was prepared to not like it because that the first half I almost gave up on it, but I stuck with it and I finished it, and I was glad I did because by the end I really enjoyed it because there's definitely some creepy shit in
Thank
there.
you.
But the
But
first half is like,
So-
yeah, it's like these weird noises, and you're like, what, am I watching Forrest Gump? What's going on here?
So my wife
just the ghost in the background,
spoiled-
Jenny.
He spoiled Skinamarink for me right in the beginning. And I think that made it better for me, like knowing what it was actually about. And that made me fucking love it. And it scared me. Like it just instantly brought me back to being a toddler and
Mhm.
having a nightlight, being put down for bed, and like the imagery and being scared of the dark. That's all it brought me to. And I love Skinamarink now. I'm a Skinema
Yeah,
fan.
because you have Skinema issues. That's why.
Good. You
Yeah,
have
no, I
Skinema
feel the
issues.
same way. I feel the same way. Like when you look at it as like in the eyes of the child, and yeah, like it works a lot better. But I also agree with Taylor that yeah, that first half is like it's hard to get through, and I feel like analog, like I've seen some analog horror shorts and they're fucking fantastic.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like
because
If
analog
Chuck
like
gave me
works
some
short
better.
term.
analog horror shorts, they're fucked.
Yeah. I feel like
Like
that
the gray
like
logs. Oh my god.
yeah, there's one called Doors, I think.
Oh
Is
yeah,
one that I
doors.
really enjoyed. Yeah.
Look at my
So yeah, I
cat.
feel like with analog, like it works better in a very short presentation. Because when it's a full length, it's hard to sit through for sure.
I agree.
I just
Skinamarink
feel
could have been
like
like 20 to 30 minutes shorter than it was.
Oh yeah,
I gave
absolutely.
up. I gave up.
It
I
was
think where
it was
I got
skinning
to the point
along.
where I got to the point where people either give up or keep going, and I think I gave up. And I probably should have kept going because the payoff would have been like, oh, you know what, analog horror is not for me, but I understand where they were going.
hmm
But at the point where I stopped, I was just like, oh, this director was like, oh, I'm gonna take a movie and be like, fuck you to my audience. That's what it felt like. Cause I was just like, oh, what is the
Dude, that
point of
movie
this?
had a $15,000 budget. Did you see how many
That
Legos were in that movie? At least
it had a
10,000 that went to Legos.
it
Oh,
had a
absolutely.
$10 the movie had a $10 budget, dude.
$10 budget.
But yeah, that's another one that like even if I hadn't ended up liking it, like I still respect the hell out of it because it's so different
Yeah.
from what we've gotten.
I hope they make more analog horror for more people who like analog horror because I want everybody who likes whatever they like to get what they want. I don't just because I don't like it doesn't mean it doesn't deserve to get made. Make it
Absolutely.
again. Make it again. Make Skinamarink 2, make Skinamarink 3. Just because I don't appreciate it doesn't mean I don't want it to get made because I know other people appreciate it and they like it.
This is the mentality that the horror community needs, and I love that.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what we're all doing, and I think it's slowly kind of working. Because I mean, obviously, we have very little influence on horror talk as a whole, but overall, I feel like we're all doing our part to kind of bring that positivity up, and that's what I'm about.
Yeah,
Like
Speak for
absolutely.
even the shit
yourself.
I don't like.
Speak for yourself, dude. I have 800 followers. Okay, I have 800. I have an
That doesn't
army.
matter.
I
That
have
doesn't
an
matter.
army of people who will watch a film if I tell them to do it.
Oh, absolutely,
I'm just,
absolutely.
it's so dude, it's so sad. Dude, I feel like an imposter. I interview like mega influencers like Ian or like these other people. Those are like horror movie directors on our podcast that I have with Colby. And I feel like such a fucking imposter because I'm like, dude, I don't have anything, but I'm gonna fake it and I'm gonna act as professional as possible so that these people buy into whatever that like I'm gonna make you seem important and amazing, and I obviously appreciate your vision and what you're trying to achieve, and I love horror films, so I want you to succeed no matter what, no matter who you are walking into the building. But holy shit, the people I've got to sit down
hmm
with the amount of like with 800 followers, dude, this is just like, dude, chase your dream. If I can do it with 800 followers, like this saddest film, the saddest follow number on the planet, you guys can do whatever you want to do. Like, do it.
I don't think
You're
followers mean shit, dude.
No.
the dream that you
What
have
counts
to
is,
do this. Do it. Do it.
dude, what counts is people like Ian, people like Chuck, people like Justin. They follow you. They comment on all your shit. That's all I care about. I don't care about followers. I care about that I'm close with these people in the community.
It's very important to me to have like meaningful friendships. And like, I don't care if you have like I told this to Justin the other day. I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck if you have like 6 followers. Like, you're a good human being and like we like the same stuff.
hmm
Like I could care less like how we met or like what this situation is. Like the following number doesn't matter to me. And I feel like it should matter a little bit more than it does to me. Cause obviously like it doesn't matter if you've seen anything I've done. I just do what I want to do. But like getting the chance to sit down with Ian twice, I think we're going on like our 5th hour of conversation, like continued on because we talked for 4 hours the other night. Now it's like gone on to 5.5. Just being able to have meaningful relationships where you can talk to people and like have friendships that mean something. That's what matters, dude. Like that, nothing else really matters. It's the people, it's the human beings you interact with. It's Colby's internet being shitty and him fucking lagging out every 6 seconds. Like this is
It's
the
good now,
best
you dick.
It's the best community on the planet, and it fills my cup, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say your followers. Yeah, that doesn't mean shit because what I look for and what kind of drew me to you was your personality, your content, and your love of horror movies. So whether you have 800 or you have 800,000, like you're you, and that's what's important.
So if
So
I had 800,000, me and you, Ian, we'd have a TV show together.
oh,
I'd be like,
absolutely.
hey, you would get a call from me tomorrow. I'd be like, yo, Ian, you want to do a TV show? I have 80,000 followers now, dude.
I'm down. You'll get there. So I'm down.
We're throwing a party when Taylor hits 1,000, dude.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You're almost there.
But yeah, I mean that's why you get you're getting these opportunities. Is it has nothing to do with the followers. It's because you're you, because you are hilarious. You
It's
are
your personality, man.
Yeah.
I cannot believe the people that have given me the time of day. Dude, I got to give you a little inside information. On Wednesday, we have the director of Frogman, and he's going to announce Frogman 2 on our podcast. And he's going
Hell
to
yeah.
promote Frogman 1 going on to Screenbox on June 5th, obviously. But dude, we're going to talk about Frogman 2. Like, I love Frogman. I love cryptids. I love movies about like monsters that like have like mythological like legends that like in the town this like frog lives in a pond and it like eats people's heads off, and I like it sounds so ridiculous that
And
you
he
think it's
fucks,
stupid,
dude.
but he makes it amazing, and he fucks.
He does fuck. He fucks hard.
And
He
Frogman
fucks.
2, the refucking is gonna be dope, dude. And like to hold
No, it's
court
gonna
with
be
this human
Frogman
being-
2: The Leap of Faith. Somebody said that in a live yesterday.
Dude, the to hold court with this human being like is I can't imagine. I can't explain to you how grateful I am, dude. I can't. There's no word that I can find in the human language that would convey how grateful I am for like to Colby and to this human being for sitting down with us, dude.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, I need to hit him up too. I've been meaning to, and I just haven't. So,
Dude, he'll say yes. For
He'll
sure.
reply.
100%. He will say yes. But Instagram, if you have an Instagram, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I follow it. Just hit him up on Instagram. It's Anthony Cousins. He'll come on here.
Ian,
all good.
I'll give you another little insight of someone on Instagram that will reply that we haven't announced yet. That's coming.
Oh fuck! I know who you're gonna say.
Francis Galuppi.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
Wait, who do you think I was gonna say?
Slasher 666, Slasher Victim 666 from Real.
Oh, he'll do anything. He loves talking.
Dude, he just slid in my DMs
Dude,
the other day.
Ian's in the Discord, I think.
I didn't even say anything to Slasher Victim 666.
I didn't say
and he
anything
just
to him
slid
either
in,
for him to do that. You thought it was me.
and he was just like, "Hi, new friend. I'm excited to make memories with you." And I'm like, "Dude, if you're talking about R-ing me, I can't talk about this on Ian's podcast. If you want to R me, dude, if you're trying to get some grape, like I'll shrimp. I'll do the shrimp exercise that I learned in jiu-jitsu class, dude. I'll shrimp away from you, bro. Like what's going on, dude? Have you seen Real? The movie Real?
I have not seen it yet.
If you want to see it, it's on real.net.
I have it saved. I just haven't watched it yet.
Fuck.
He said, "I'll
It's
shrimp
fuck.
away."
It's fuck, dude.
That's what I've heard.
It's the only jujitsu move that I know is this. Like that's what I learned when I was in jujitsu class. Like, what's his name? He's like a jujitsu MMA fighter, Colby. I forgot his name on the podcast.
What's his name?
What's his name?
What's his name up there?
Dude, they at the end of Real,
Mhm.
they hammer nails into this dude's face. It's dude. You've never seen anything like it. It's excruciating to sit through.
Yeah, I'll
It's
check it out.
rough.
I've been meaning to check it out. I just haven't gone around to it. It's
It's
another
one
one
of
that was
Chuck's
like it
favorite
popped up.
movies.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
so you got to buy in because it's the main character Todd Smith sucks. He sucks.
what I
He's
hear.
a shitty human being. But you buy in and you're like, "Oh, I can't
He
wait
is
till
so
Scott
hateable.
I can't wait till he gets his. I can't wait till I get to see him." And then you get to see him and you're like, "Oh, I wish they wouldn't have done that to him, dude."
Too far.
Dude, they fuck him up so bad.
Dude,
that at
I
the
hate
very
that
end
character almost as much as I hate Taylor.
That's dark, dude. I thought you were gonna say like the dash cam lady. I thought you were gonna go dash cam me.
We skipped dash cam, went straight to Taylor.
Dude, that's crazy that you said that because I hate your internet almost as much as I hate you. How about that? Laggedy Ann. How about that?
I thought I was doing good now.
I would, you know what, dude? I would say wait. I'll wait for a response, but we'd be waiting with dead air for like 10 minutes. So I don't want to wait for a response.
No, you're better. You're just in like 480p right now. That's all.
Yeah. We're better. You went from not having internet to America Online. We're good.
Yeah.
Don't try to roast me, dude. Don't try to roast me. Dude. I'll take you and your dude. I'll Benoit you and your whole family, dude. Don't try to roast me. Don't try to roast me, dude. You won't. It won't work. It won't work out the way you want it to. You get the crippler crossface if you catch my drift.
Just shrimp right out of that.
I'll shrimp right out. I'll shrimp away, dude.
I'll shrimp out, dude.
Ian, do you follow UFC at all? Because this guy's like super into MMA.
I mean, I enjoy watching it, but I don't follow it. So no.
Sorry, Colby.
Yeah.
I wasn't the one who even brought any MMA up.
Yeah, you did.
You're the one who brought up MMA, you dickbag.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, dude. I can't hear. Can you like fix your internet, dude? What's going on?
Just hear the dial-up.
You're the one talking about shrimping. I can't shrimp right now. I'll roll.
Dude, but real, I'm back to real, dude. If you haven't seen it, it's fucked. That's another thing that needs to be expedited up your list. Just know that like if you want to get snacks for the first like 45 minutes, you're chilling. Because like nothing really goes on. It's just Todd Smith building up like how big of a piece of shit he is.
Fair enough. No, I'll put it right after bait. Bait and real.
Dude, bait's so good. You have my blessing with bait, dude. If you hate bait, then I will no longer review films.
Hey, speaking of bait, we just got off a podcast talking about B movies, and I didn't bring up a B movie that I fucking love, and I want to bring it up to you guys because I know Ian, you appreciate shitty films as much as I do.
Oh yeah,
Crocodile.
Oh, so good, dude.
Fucking gem.
Dude, also Alligator.
Crocodile 2 isn't bad either. Death Swamp.
So yeah, I feel like Crocodile is like the lower budget version of Alligator.
Mm-hmm. I used to watch that on the Sci-Fi Channel every time it came on.
Yeah, Sci-Fi's got the classics for sure.
Dude, Sci-Fi like was my intro into what I didn't know that I loved as much as I loved. Like when I figured out that existed, it was Sci-Fi all day, every day. I don't think I watched anything else. Just all the horror movies that came on there, I would watch. Leprechaun in Space, Back in the Hood.
I still can't believe Dog Soldier is a fucking Sci-Fi original.
Yeah, dude, I saw it when it premiered on that channel. I didn't realize what I was watching. I was just like, oh, it's cool. It's got a lot of gore in it.
I forgot about that. Damn.
Dog Soldiers rips.
Yeah.
It's so good. You know what I'm watching right now?
What?
Or what Coda's watching? Burlesque.
What is that?
Terrifying.
So I have Burlesque on in the background right now. It's a fucking like go-go dancing movie. Don't degrade it like
Cher in that? Isn't Cher in that movie?
Is that Cher in that, or is it someone else? Yeah, Coda said Cher.
Thought so.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
And Christina Aguilera.
That is absolutely insane. What? Both of those broads are in that film? I didn't know that.
That's what we call extreme horror. Extreme horror right there.
It's really not a bad movie. I've watched it with her a few times.
I've never seen it.
What are you laughing at? Is it because I said broad? I listened to too much talk radio when I was a kid, and I learned that that vernacular. It's not my fault.
What talk radio in particular?
I don't want to mention it because every time I mention it, you give me shit. It's Howard Stern.
There it is.
And he always gives me shit because I mention it in every podcast that I do. On my solo podcasts, I've always mentioned Howard Stern.
That's another show though I would stay up late to watch.
Oh,
that's another one I'd stay up late to watch just to see if they'd have blurred out boobs.
Dude, you throw baloney at naked ladies. It was the best.
Yeah.
And then
That was like
everyone
the
would get
highlight
mad
of
at
my
him.
night.
Everybody would get mad at him, but it's like, dude, they let him do it. Like, it's like they're getting paid and they agree. They sign a contract. They're not like held at gunpoint to do this. Like, it's probably not the most morally ethical thing to do, but like they said it was fine. Let's throw cold cuts at these ladies. Feed the hungry.
Yeah, that shit was wild.
It
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
insane. It was absolutely insane. It was ahead
Yeah,
of its time.
I would absolutely
Hey,
like
Ian-
fucking stay up late
Ian-
and watch that.
What is your next most anticipated movie coming out?
Ooh, next most
It's so easy.
anticipated.
I know
Trying to
his
think of what's
answer already.
next. I know probably Alien.
Long legs.
Oh, yes, Long Legs. I'm sorry. That is the next one, yeah. Long Legs for
Long
sure.
Legs for sure.
What do you think needs to go into seeing an early screener of that? I don't give a fuck about early screeners because I don't mind going to the theater. I don't mind paying to support the art. I don't mind any of that shit.
Mhm.
But what in a perfect world, you get a screener for that. What do you think, or not a screener, but you go and see it in a movie theater? Like what do you think goes into that? What do you think you have to have?
100,000 followers.
So I have two answers for that question. So for one, my answer is you need a hammer as big as Ronnie's. And then for number two, I think
I hate the Greasy Strangler reference, by the way. I hate it.
this isn't a reason like how to get it or not, but as Justin said, he doesn't really like screeners because the anticipation goes away when everybody else is waiting to see it and excited to see it. He doesn't have that excitement anymore. So that's one thing I'm like kind of not looking forward to for getting big screeners, because I will not have the excitement as everybody else anymore.
I don't need big screeners for anything. I don't mind renting shit. I don't mind waiting for it to come out, because then when it comes out, I get to talk to it with my peer. I get to talk to my peers about it instead of like, oh, I saw it a month early, and then I just have to sit on this anticipation and like forget about the source material and forget about what I saw.
Yes.
When I review a movie, at least I get to walk into it having just saw it and have fresh ideas for like the internet to share.
Mhm. Yeah, with screeners, it's
when
kind of
Justin
weird.
told me that really hit me.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. I get screeners, but like the biggest one I've gotten is Late Night with the Devil, and I was really stoked for that because I loved it.
You got Late Night with the Devil?
Yeah. Yes.
Is that common knowledge?
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. Congratulations. That's huge.
Thanks.
That's
But,
one of
like,
the biggest films of the whole year, dude.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites for sure.
But
yeah,
but
like, I
you
was
got that.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I was stoked for it. Honestly, I thought I fucked it up because this was like when I first started getting screeners from like the more indie stuff, and Chuck had hit me up about it, and he was gonna hook me up in one way or another, and I had looked in my email, and there was like a tab for like promos that I never had clicked on, and it turns out when I clicked on it, I had all these emails from them about Late Night with the Devil, and I was like, oh shit, like I left these fuckers like on red or like just ghosted them. I'm like, I hope I didn't fuck up. So I like fucking emailed them back right away, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like I just found this email, and yeah, like long story short, like it was fine. They emailed me back and like, all good, here's the screener. But yeah, so I got that one and I was stoked for it, and that one worked out because I wanted to see it in theater. Like I watched the screener twice on my computer, loved it, but I wanted to see it in the theater, and then it didn't come around here. So I was very happy that I got the screener for it. When it comes to screeners, like I know like Justin got to go to the theater to see that. I think that's really fucking cool. Like, so if I got to go to the theater to see something huge, I would love it. But as far as screeners go, if it's not like that, I'd rather get like the more indie stuff that people aren't going to see as much.
Yeah.
I want to see that so I can,
and you can help get the word out.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you give Late Night?
Yes.
Ian?
What did I give it? I want to say like 9.5.
Oh wow. Okay. Do you think that getting a screener from the studio
I think
had
I gave like an
anything to
8.5.
do you think it had anything to do with the influence that you gave the score? Or do you think this score was basically so on what I thought as Ian the individual versus Ian, like I'm so fucking stoked to get a huge screener like this?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean it was. If I didn't like it, I probably would have like had to like message someone and be like, what do I do? Like, do I review it? Do I write them back and say I didn't like it? Like, how do you do that?
I'm
But no, like
terrified.
I watched
Terrified of
it,
that.
I loved it, and so I didn't like I gave my honest opinion of it, like I do with everything else.
You just got another screener that you reviewed, Invited.
Mm-hmm.
From Terror Films.
Yeah,
I loved that fucking movie.
yeah, that movie was sick. Really enjoyed that one.
Wait, fucking
I'm a
Colby,
huge-
did you get a screener for that?
Yeah, I did.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, it's nice not having homework. I can just watch whatever I want to watch. I don't have to worry about screeners. I don't have to worry about anything. It's nice. It's nice having 800 followers.
Is my picture frozen for you guys?
Oh yeah, you're
God
just
damn it!
drinking it up
It's
right
such
now. I
a
love it.
bad fucking picture.
I fucking love it, dude.
I'm showing my wife right now.
What a little bitch. Look at him. What is he do? What are you doing, dude?
He's
I'm
just
sure
taking
I
it
just
all
showed
in right
my
now.
wife.
He's taking it all in. That's great. It's
job,
even better
Colby.
that you have Colby the Whore as your name. You're just guzzling it down.
Because I'm the whore of the whorehouse.
Dump that milk all over your face.
But no, I'm very appreciative of all the screeners I get. It does suck though when you get one that's not good. Like I had to email someone the other day because they were like, "Hey, like you can put your review out," and I had to email and be like, I wasn't a fan. So like, do you want me to put a review out? Because I'm under the impression you probably don't want me to like say anything negative." And they were like, "Yeah, no, it's not for everybody, so you're good."
Ian, did you get a...
How do you
Go ahead, Taylor.
Oh, sorry. No, dude.
No,
Yeah,
no, go, Taylor.
absolutely. No,
You,
absolutely.
Taylor.
I talk over you.
If you love me, you'll go first.
Ian, how do you approach that situation where you get a screener for something and like we're privileged to get anything that we get because we're just like people on the internet judging things with the best of our ability? How do you approach someone if you don't like a screener that you get?
Well, I've gotten a few. So there's been a few, like the first couple of screeners I got. Well, the first screener I got, I liked. The second one was kind of iffy, but I found things that I liked about it. So that's what I focused on. But yeah, there's been a few that I just I couldn't relate to. Like I couldn't find something that I could make a review about that would be positive. So, usually I'll just like kind of not respond. But a lot of times they'll respond. Like if they notice you haven't put a review out, they'll send you a message. They'll send you an email, and they're like, "Hey, like you can put this out now." So that's what like when I got that email, I just replied back and was like, "Look, like I haven't put one out because I wasn't a fan of it. Like it just didn't work for me."
Can I ask what that movie was?
Girl in the trunk.
Okay, I have that one. I just never got to it. The first screener I got, oh my god, it was so hard to watch. I'm in the same boat as you. Like Taylor and I are in the same mindset right now. I don't want to review anything bad, especially when it comes to indie horror. All I want to do is support indie horror.
Right.
But I'm not going to say the name of the movie, but I'll say it's about an island and there's dolls on it.
Yep. Same.
Dude, I tried so hard to like it. I was like looking for stuff I like, and I was like, oh, I really can't review this. I'm sorry. And they were totally cool about it. They were cool.
Yeah, that one I felt the same way. Because I was stoked for it because I love a lot of their stuff. And yeah, I watched it and I was like, and it was right after the other one. So I just didn't respond to them. And then luckily they had sent me the one that I just did in the meantime. So things kind of like forgot about it.
Dude, that one fucking ripped. I loved that one.
Yeah. It was pretty gnarly.
I'm really so glad no one gives a fuck about my account because I never have to deal with this like pressure of like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm glad I suck, and then like I don't have to review. I can
next
only
week
review.
It's gonna start.
I can only review shit that like I'm like, oh, Paranorman, my grandma's racist, and that's the review that I get to put out. That's the review
I love Paranorman.
When we
Dude,
get off
that's the-
tonight, I have one I'm gonna watch. It's from Unearthed Films too. I'm so fucking pumped.
Oh, you
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker! I love Unearthed Film. Well, I don't know if I
It
love them,
looks
but like the
gnarly.
viscerals.
You got
on
one
there.
from Dark Sky too. I was like, oh shit! Like,
Yeah, dude, that one was
You-
really good too.
yeah, you're getting more connections than I am. I'm gonna have to step up my game.
Dude,
I have a couple. I said I haven't responded to. I got the John Claude Van Damme film.
Fucking
Dude.
terrifying.
dude, Richard, the fucking
I love
I did.
Richard.
I don't know if I like this John
He said
Claude
it
Van
right.
Damme film. I don't know if I liked it. He reviewed the film, and I love Richard. He's one of the best reviewers that you will ever find. He's
Love
Richard
Richard so
movie
much.
reviews.
Hmm.
Fucking he said yes to it, and I'm so glad he did because he was like, I don't know what to say. Dude, it was like watching Jason Statham confused in a train station. He's like, I don't know where to go. I've got to go to London. I don't know how to get there. Don't know. I'm not sure what to do. There's a shark. It's a megalodon. Like it was fucking insane, dude. Watching him review that film, I was like, I'm so glad I didn't do it, dude. He's like the London Yosemite Sam.
Dude,
Just
Richard
running
is my
around.
favorite.
He's so good. He's the best human being on this planet, dude. And I'm so glad I said no. And like there was another one called Dark Harvest that our friend, dude, fucking I'm Matthew and this is Horror Madness. He reviewed it and he was like, he's trying to make it sound interesting and good and wonderful.
I reviewed
and
Dark Harvest. I reviewed
What's
it.
Dark Harvest.
Oh no, not Dark Harvest. What was it called? I don't know what it was called. I got a screener for something. Matthew reviewed it. I know he did. It was called Dark Nest.
Oh, a Fragile Nest.
Fragile Nest.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
And I got a screener for that. And I'm not a screener, but I got people reaching out to me for movies and I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna be the best move for me. I don't know what moves to make.
Dude,
That's
So
the
you are
thing.
getting screeners. You're
I
just not getting
actually-
good ones yet.
So I watched the Fragile Nest as well. I did like it. It wasn't a low budget movie. It was a no budget movie.
Mhm.
So I went in knowing it's a no budget movie, and I actually enjoyed it. I was very surprised what they did with no budget.
I think I reviewed that one. I think. I have to look it up.
Yeah, so I'm saying no to films now. I'm ignoring.
So yeah, that's what I mean. You're getting
Dude,
screeners. You're just not doing them.
I can't, dude. Jean Claude Van Damme was in my DMs, dude. I was like, nah.
Well, hey Taylor, do you want to do a screener and review for Alien Romulus? No, dude, I don't do screeners.
Dude, there's
Is
no.
Jean Claude
Dude,
Van Damme in it?
I'm telling you, Alien Romulus would be like, I will call in sick to work. I will fly. I will pay for my own ticket to fly out. You don't understand. I love this medium. I love this art form. I will do anything for it. What do you want me to do? Hit my girlfriend with a chair? Of course. There's
In a loving
nothing
way,
like this. I love horror films. I love the horror community. Like the fact that we can all be friends and like talk about similar shit, like is amazing, dude. It's
Absolutely.
amazing. I'll absolutely will go for Alien Romulus. Will I kiss a man for Alien Romulus? 100% with tongue.
I would
Like
put
Tom
my
Brady
tongue in
kisses his
Taylor's mouth
kids.
for that movie.
Like Tom Brady kisses his kids.
I feel like we're being so tame on Ian's podcast right now. Too,
Yeah,
for
100%
what
we
happened
are.
earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. We were just on a podcast before this, and I like
It
My
wasn't our
heart-
fault. It wasn't our fault.
my heart was filled with lead because I felt like I had said something to make a friend feel bad. And like I love my friends on here so much that I would do anything to know what the right thing to say was in every moment so that I could not offend or make anyone upset and only make them laugh. But this podcast is completely 180'd, and I feel like it's just been the vibes have been 10 out of 10 the whole time.
Sweet. That's what I
Oh,
offer
absolutely.
here. 10 out of 10.
I can't believe we've been on here like after Chuck, after Justin, after the director of Blood Gorge.
Mhm.
Dude, you've had so
Sick
many
episode, by the way.
amazing people on here, dude.
Yeah, and now I can retire. I've had you two on, and this is it. Last
There's
one.
there's no way. If you retire with us, dude, that's like having like the Cabbage Patch Kids on after you have the Rugrats. It's like, no, you have to go further than that, bro.
Dude, we have another big one we're going on next Monday too.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
are busy.
the Chuttle. What is
Yeah,
it?
Shuttle the Pod.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. That'll be a fun time for you.
Yeah, I'm pumped for that one.
But yeah, I
can't wait to
think
see.
we're about an hour 20. I think we'll wrap it up here. You guys have any final
Yeah.
thoughts? Anything you want to
Yeah, for sure.
get off
I
your
just
chest
want to
here?
say that I love Ian Van Gool. He is an inspiration. I'm not even being funny right now. Like, as soon as I saw your fucking videos, dude, I was like, fuck, this dude is fucking cool. I was like, why can I not talk and fucking not make cutscenes as good as this guy?
You
I
haven't really
appreciate
mastered
that.
the English language yet, dude.
I'm still
And
working on it. I don't
I
even know how
feel
to
like
read full.
it's gonna happen. You just gotta like keep reading or learn how to read.
I can't take you
know?
serious though with that picture.
I'm so pissed it's fucking stuck like that still.
You're
I
so
showed my wife and
unprofessional,
she's
dude. I don't know
dying.
why. I don't know why I have you on my podcast.
It's great.
Taylor, are you gonna kick me off the horror house?
Dude, I don't know why I don't know why I put up with this unprofessionalism. I really don't.
Taylor, any final thoughts?
What Ian is doing is
I don't think for
absolutely
me.
incredible. And if you don't follow Ian at Ian Van Gool on TikTok, I will do things to myself that you don't want to see.
If you
Okay,
were
that I can't.
if
I
you were
was
a
told
baby, he would
specific.
shake you.
Listen.
So I've heard.
There's specific things I was told not to talk about on this podcast, but I will do them if you don't follow Ian Van Gool on goddamn Twitch.
Twitch,
Or,
you mean
I'm sorry,
TikTok?
on TikTok.
Twitch.
TikTok.
You can follow
and
me on
Twitch.
Twitch, but there's not much going on there.
Listen, everywhere you can find him. Ian Van Gool on Instagram. Ian Van Gool on TikTok. That's it. That's all you need to do. Your day's full. Listen to his podcast, Blood, Gore, and Ghouls. You're listening to it right now. Tell your friends about it. Share it on Instagram. Share it everywhere. This is a commercial for Ian. He had us on. I don't give a shit about what we're doing. He had us on. Share his podcast. Have all your friends listen to it. They're going to laugh. They're going to learn about In a Violent Nature, the horror community. Listen to this podcast.
For one more thing, Ian, you stand out more than any other creator. I think you and Ginger are pretty close, but you review movies that nobody fucking talks about. You go through the entire fucking filmography of Discord, or not Discord, of Tubi, and you find the most random shit, and you make me want to fucking watch it.
And
Oh, yeah.
Ginger doesn't shower, and he looks like it, and then he reviews other films having like, you know what I mean?
love Ginger.
He's the best, dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
He's such a kind human being.
No,
and
Ian,
smelly.
that's what I want to say. Like, your content stands out a lot more than others because of the different shit you talk about. I think just your demeanor in general and how kind you are to others too. And I just really appreciate you as a human being.
Well, I appreciate that. And likewise, when I said final thoughts, it wasn't to give me compliments. I just
it's all about you, man.
Yeah, but that's like what we do, dude. Like,
no, I'm taking that clip of everything that you said there, Taylor, and that's going to be like my new advertisement, though.
it should be. If you don't listen to this podcast, I might hang myself. I'm telling you, I'm not. Listen, here, I'm not threatening you with what could or couldn't be. I'm going to leave that as a quandary. This is a quandary. For those of you who have an encyclopedia, look it up. I may or may not hang myself if you don't listen to the Ian Van Gool podcast, available on Spotify, Apple, and all the places that you can find podcasts at. You can follow him on TikTok and Instagram. And if you don't, again, I might Patriots tight end myself in prison. I might Ryan Hernandez myself.
Ryan Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez.
Also Ryan. All right, where can the people find you guys? That's the important information. Where can they find you?
You can find me and Taylor at the Horror House Podcast on all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Podcast. And then you can find me at the Horror House Podcast on TikTok and on Instagram, same handle.
You can find me at Taylor Complains on like Apple, Spotify, but like most importantly, like the main thing I'm promoting is like you can find me at the Horror House Podcast on Spotify and Apple. We're interviewing like your favorite horror movie directors, and we're trying to humanize them and make them seem like accessible human beings so that you guys reach out to them and you guys realize that they're just people like us, and you can talk to them and you can ask them questions, and they're not these like high powered people. They're human beings just with passions and dreams that like have more drive than us. We can have the drive too. Just reach out, talk to them. I'm on TikTok at Taylor Complains, and you can find Colby at Pedo in a Speedo at TikTok.com.
Also, if you want to find Taylor, he is not with the Times with Gmail. He has a Yahoo email.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Yahoo, dude? What,
Yahoo?
Gmail? G-string? Is that what you're trying to? Is this a G-string? Are you making underwear jokes on someone
No,
else's
you're a
podcast?
caveman that drags his knuckles and still use Yahoo.
I am a knuckle dragger, dude. I am. I do. They drag
I
when I walk.
fucking
I have
love
calluses.
these people.
Right.
I love you too.
But no, again, I love both of you. I'm so happy that you both exist and you're here in Horror Talk. And I can't wait to see where all of us go here in the very near future. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Just hang out for a minute here once we wrap up. But again, thank you so much. Everyone listening, please go follow them. They are fucking fantastic, legit human beings. So again, guys, I appreciate you hanging out, and we will be doing it again very soon, I'm sure.
Appreciate you, Ian.
Thanks, Ian.
I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thanks so much to Colby and Taylor for hanging out. I can guarantee this won't be the last time you see these guys on BGG. They're great, and I love them. Again, please go follow them on TikTok and social media and check out their podcasts. All the links are in the show notes. As for us here, if you're looking for a way to show support after listening or watching this episode, well, we do have a Patreon for $3 a month. That's it. $3 a month. It helps pay some of the bills associated with doing this every week. Shout out again to Goalie Jolie for being our #1 supporter 5 months in a row. I need someone to go over and hang out with her. She's been holding it up by herself for 5 months. $3 a month. Go hang out with Goalie Jolie. We also have merch. Check it out. GhoulSquadShop.com. I've got a few designs over there, some cool shit you can pick up, some new stuff in the works. It'll be out hopefully soon. But in the meantime, go check out what's in there. GhoulSquadShop.com. You can also find us on TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Discord. We have a Discord. Everyone has a Discord, but hey, we have a Ghoul Squad Discord as well. But yeah, find us on Facebook and also YouTube. But thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week. But have a great week. And please, stay safe out there.
Don't let the ghosts and the ghouls disturb you.
There you go. That's it.